The following video is brought to you by the guys at the Wrecking and Racing Podcast, a NASCAR podcast made by the fans for the fans. Check them out at www.wreckingandracing.com, facebook.com/wreckingandracing, and Twitter at Wrecking and Racing. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2019 mod highlights for the race from Dover International Speedway. Kevin Harvick on the pole, and there is Brandon on the outside in that wreckingandracing.com podcast Toyota as we prepare for 40 laps here at the Monster Mile. Coming to lap 2, Brandon wastes no time getting around the leader. He gets the whole shot down the front straightaway. Brandon will pace the field. Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin also looking below Kevin Harvick for second and third place. Coming to lap 12 out of 40, we finally make our way past all of the traffic and get into second. Brandon still leads past the 1/4 mark. Lap 21, just past halfway, Brandon will make his way onto pit road, and we will follow him, getting our 4 tires in fuel and try to make up the difference on fresh tires as Brad Keselowski assumes the lead of the race. Coming to lap 29, Brandon with a head of steam. Brad Keselowski makes his way on pit road, and Brandon actually unlaps himself. Coming to the stripe, we aren't too far behind, but once we pass Kevin Harvick, we will retain our place back on the lead lap. Meanwhile, on that same lap, it is a cluster on pit road as everyone comes down for 4 tires and fuel. This is where myself and Brandon will make up a lot of time. Kevin Harvick is also down on pit road, as well as Kyle Busch. As Brandon comes across the line to begin lap 30, he vaults himself up into third place, passing all the other cars that are coming off pit road, both for position and those cars 1 lap down as well. The very next lap, Brandon comes across the line in first place, and everyone in front of him is being put a lap down, so Kyle Busch falls 1 lap to the bad. We were making up 2 seconds a lap on the leaders, and you can see the difference it makes as we vault past Kevin Harvick and continue on racing with 10 laps to go. Starting lap 36, Kevin Harvick looks to the inside. Brandon lets him go as Kevin will regain his place on the lead lap, and he's out of the championship anyway, so might as well let him go. As that happens, however, we get into Ricky Stenhouse just on the corner. Ricky goes up into the wall. We get collected by Austin Dillon, do a flying 360, pancake the wall and grab a gear and get back up to speed. We won't lose a position as we had cleared third place by quite a bit, but that will cause the race to end under yellow. So Brandon will get his first win in the playoffs here at Dover with a lot of momentum, 5 bonus points. That is ready to be applied to the round of 8. Let's see your top 10. Brandon takes the win. Myself in second place. Brad Keselowski comes in third. 4th place, Denny Hamlin. 5th place, Ryan Blaney. 6th place, William Byron. Kevin Harvick ends up getting a 7th place finish. Then going back to the top, the guys that were right behind Brandon in the first cars 1 lap down. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 8th, Daniel Suarez 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Kyle Busch. Let's take a look at where your top 12 championship contenders finish. Kurt Busch with a 25th place finish. Brad Keselowski with a 3rd. Eric Almirola comes across in 17th. Denny Hamlin comes in 4th. Ryan Blaney 5th. Stenhouse still comes in 8th. Kyle Busch 10th. Joey Logano comes across in 27th. Brandon got the win. I came across in 2nd. Kyle Larson with a 12th. And rounding out your round of 12 drivers, Jimmy Johnson finishes in 11th. So let's look at the standings after Dover. Denny Hamlin is your cut-off driver with 2 races left this round. We have Talladega and Kansas. Stenhouse is 4 points out, Johnson 6. Kurt Busch is 11th, and Joey Logano is 23, a half a race behind. Keselowski is half a race ahead. We're sitting pretty. As long as we don't lose more than 12 points to everyone at Talladega, we will be mathematically guaranteed at least into the round of 8. But Blaney, Kyle, Eric, Denny, Ricky, Jimmy, and Kurt are all close together, and with Talladega, anything can happen, but that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week for the restrictor plate race at Talladega. Take care.